Okay, so all right, so here we go. We all knew it was coming, and we know, and you know what? I can tell one thing that this whole entire virus he had that made him sick, I believe it was a complete and utter lie. And I always thought that as soon as he came out saying that he was sick and he couldn't go on the campaign trail, shortly after Trump had his assassination attempt on him, I was like, "There's no way. This is a big coincidence that the virus that took down a nation almost, or we're still feeling the after effects of it, that this man is sick. He just didn't want to look more weak in front of other people. So people has been asking him to step down for a long time, even way before he got the virus. They asked him to step down basically off his performances and how he's been looking the whole entire time. Now, with him endorsing Kamala Harris, I'm not surprised. I mean, who else would he really endorse? I know there was a lot of speculations and rumors that Michelle Obama was going to go out on the campaign trail and take his place. And there was a lot of rumors that he was going to drop out, even though he was so insistent. And truthfully, him waiting this long has wasted a lot of time because it's July. It's almost August. And, well, we only got a few more months left to try to do something different. Now, this would be different if Joe Biden happened to pass, and that was like his last, dying wish for Kamala to take him over. That would have a lot more impact because even though Kamala is running, I don't see how she could still beat Trump. If I'm being 100% honest, I still don't see how she could beat Trump. Because let's be real here. Normally, when you think that you have somebody that's your VP, they're in line with your ideas and policies. And that's the assumption. Now, we have seen differences in that when it comes to Bill Clinton and his VP. He was definitely a very different man. He was more into the environmental aspect of the world and trying to save that and warn us about that climate change and things of that nature. When you see Obama and Joe Biden, very, very different people. One's very more charismatic and got things done while Joe just kind of stood behind and looked like a clueless old man. Now, with that being said, even though we're this close, who's going to be her running mate at this point? Now, I get it. Kamala is a true American. So even though she is biracial, I think she is black and Asian from Oakland, California, if I remember correctly. So there's no dispute and debate of where she's really from, if she's really American, et cetera, like they have with Obama, right? However, though, people will still make assumptions and think, the worst when it comes. They'll try to find a way to discredit her some way, shape, or form. Mainly about her policies when she was a DA. I know that was a big point of contention for her when she was being announced as the running mate. And I even remember when Charlemagne said that he's not really voting for Joe Biden, he's voting for Kamala Harris because he sees her taking over eventually. And I'm paraphrasing. That's pretty much what he was saying. That's why he was voting for Joe Biden, because of Kamala Harris. So let's take a look at this real quick. Let's see, let's enlarge this a little bit. Now, that is the tweet that he made. My fellow Democrats, I have decided not to accept the nomination to focus all my energies on my duties as president of the remainder of my term. My very first decision as the party nominee in 2020 was to pick Kamala Harris as my vice president. And it's been the best decision I've made. Today, I want to offer my full support and endorsement of Kamala to be the nominee of our party this year. Democrats, it's time to come together and beat Trump. Let's do this. That's a very well said paragraph he put out there. I know there are some people that are very relieved, probably more so grateful that he finally decided to step aside, that he put aside that old man pride. I mean, I know that's always been his goal, as long as he's been alive for the most part, is to be president of the United States, and it's always been out of his grace and out of his grasp. And I find it interesting, as much stuff as Joe Biden has put forth, endorsed, that has harmed black people. The only way he became vice president by being the running mate to a black man, and now him stepping out of the light, he's endorsing a black woman. And the reason people are going to say Kamala's not really black, I know that's going to come. And a lot of the times, in most states in America, if the father's black, your offspring is black. So obviously, Kamala is black because her father was black. So, black woman. Now, am I happy that Joe Biden has stepped aside? Yes. That means it's going to be a better race. We're going to have better discussions. Because the debate with Joe Biden and Trump was just horrible on all levels, on both sides. On both sides. But here's the thing, though. I know some people are probably going to think that Kamala Harris is the first woman to run for president of the United States, but it's not. It's actually going to be a woman named Victoria Woodhull. And if you look closely, you see her running mate was Frederick Douglass. And supposedly he didn't really know at the time that he was going to be her running mate. And that was the first serious woman who ran for president of the United States. I'm not going to get into the full history of that, but I just want to make sure people know that, we have had serious women run for president before. I want to say that Victoria ran for the Equals Right Party, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I read about her. So I hope they don't try to pull that narrative that, hey, this is the first serious woman running for, vice president running for president. With that being said, though, I'm very curious how Kamala's going to handle her past. How she's going to handle her not saying anything about the behaviors of Joe Biden. Is she going to continue to defend him? What's going to go on there? I don't know. I just want to know what you guys think. Biden is out, Kamala is in. We're going to have a good race, finally some good debates. And I'm going to see how Trump going to handle talking to a woman. Because let's be real here. How many people are going to be okay with Trump over talking down to a black woman? Trump is going to have to now walk a very fine line of being assertive but not being disrespectful or considered demeaning. And I'm not sure if he's able to do that. Because this whole entire time, Trump is going to be against other men. And with Trump pass, with the whole entire beauty pageant thing, him grabbing women by the Trump's past with the whole entire SES worker thing, the many affairs, divorces. Trump's going to have to come and show that he can be respectful to women. But then, if he's disrespectful to a black woman on national stage and everybody is okay with it, that's going to add another layer to the conversation when it comes to the Republican Party too. Because part of the Republican Party is, morals, respect, and values. And they want to respect and trust and protect their women. So I'm just kind of curious to see how this is all going to go. But I'm excited to see the next debate now. I feel like I'll watch the whole entire thing. I can't wait to see who her running mate would be, whoever that would be. If it'll be a man or a woman. I really don't know who it'll be. But I can't wait to see what happens. Well, you guys tell me what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you watching. Thank you again.